Turki Alalshikh from Riyadh season announces that he will be giving a bonus to Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford to whoever gets the knockout, and the bonus is gonna be worth $1 million. Now, I do see a problem with this. The only issue about this is that Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez have really big bags. Canelo Alvarez is getting paid $70 million guaranteed, and Terence Crawford is getting paid $50 million guaranteed. And I do understand $1 million is a lot of money, but $1 million does not reflect the bag that Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are getting. It's too risky to lose $50 and $70 million for only $1 million. So I really doubt that Terence Crawford is gonna go in there and try to knock out Canelo, but I believe Canelo will go in there and try to knock out Terence Crawford to get that extra $1 million. And I say this respectfully, but I do know that Terence Crawford does not have the power to knock out Canelo, and I do know Canelo has the power to knock out Crawford, especially since Crawford has been at 147 for quite some time now, and he barely jumped to 154. And I do understand that Terence Crawford defeated Errol Spence at 147 and he beat the living ish out of him, but everybody knows that was not the real Errol Spence, and I believe that got to Terence Crawford's head that he actually beat a Errol Spence that was 100%. And I believe it's not because he beat Errol Spence, it's the way he beat Errol Spence that he got the Canelo fight. Because leading up to the Madrimov fight, I expected Terence Crawford to beat the living ish out of Madrimov, because I always believed Errol Spence was a much better fighter than Madrimov. It would have been different if Terence Crawford went in there and destroyed Madrimov the way he did Errol Spence, but he did not. I actually had Terence Crawford beating Madrimov by a little bit, but a lot of people that watched that fight thought that Madrimov won because it was a very close and competitive fight. And mind you, this is a Terence Crawford only moving one weight class from 147 to 154. Now add 2 more weight classes to it. You know what? I was gonna give Terence Crawford the benefit of the doubt, but no, add 3 weight classes to it, because I just remembered Canelo Alvarez had already fought at 175. Canelo already beat Kovalev to become the champion, and I know Canelo lost to Bebo, but when that fight happened, Canelo had a broken hand. So if Bebo couldn't knock out Canelo with a broken hand, what makes us think that Terence Crawford is gonna be able to knock out Canelo? Look at Jermall Charlo, the king at 154, and he was a knockout artist at 154. And when he fought Canelo, he ran from Canelo because he felt that power. And Charlo was undisputed at 154 and well acclimated at 154. And when Terence Crawford went to 154, he struggled at 154. So if Crawford's power did not translate to 154, what makes us think that he's gonna move up 2 weight classes and knock out Canelo? He still has 160 and 168. And like I said earlier, Canelo had already fought at 175. This fight is such a mismatch that I could only see it going a few different ways. Most likely Canelo winning, either by knockout or TKO. But that's only if Terence Crawford gets brave and trades with Canelo, which I doubt he will. I think Crawford will get brave and try to fight him, but as soon as he feels Canelo's true power, he's gonna run away like Charlo did. And this is the scenario that I think is gonna be likely to take place. And I thought this before the face-off, but after the face-off with Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, I believe I'm gonna bet money on this. And I seen Terence Crawford do a lot of face-off, but I never seen him with fear. Did you guys see how he rolled his eyes and he was looking from left to right? The eyes never lied, Chico. I believe that is fear, and Terence Crawford finally found out what he's getting himself into. In other videos, when Canelo and Crawford did face-offs, Crawford looked almost 2 inches taller than Canelo, but in this one, Canelo looked about 1 inch taller than Crawford. But you seen the size difference. That is a welterweight fighting a super middleweight. Terence Crawford has no chance to beat Canelo Alvarez. But guess what, guys? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you want to hop out your boy, throw a dollar at the super thanks. I gotta roll. Peace.